going downhill with a snowbank. Yeah, we picked up. Get DoorDash started. I already did the ship orders, which, as you know, that's what I use for my extra. That's what I use for the investment. Now it's time to put in the work for the 9 to 5. Yeah, thank you. That was a loud place. All the dogs started barking crazy. And all right, next to the time for the next one. Heading into Meyer, got 2 to shop for, but I know people have been mentioning that they don't trust their car to be a good, reliable car for them to do this. And I agree with you, especially, honestly, if you have an American car, you don't want to beat it up like that. But those Hondas, they go. Those Acuras, Volvos and Subarus, they go. So, something to think about. Even if you have an old Honda, you're pretty good. Just as long as you're keeping that maintenance going. Oil change once a month, basically. So, let's get into shopping. This is the part that's annoying. I got to go all the way to the other side of the store to get that. What's up, man? You all right? Yeah, so let's go. How you doing? Good. Excuse me. Hello, how are you today? Good, thank you. I always park right next to the cart thing so I can put up the cart easy and fast. That's everything. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you.
You have a
At
great.
least it's not snowing or raining.
Yeah, it's so nice out right now.
Fine.
The snow is melting. It is nice out right now. So I just delivered there. We'll see what else is out to get today. Hello, how you doing? Thank you, thank you. You're welcome. Have a good day. Yo, so this is the season to not be platinum. You got to cherry pick right now. They got a lot of bull out here, a lot of bull. So you can't take some of this stuff. You gotta make sure you're not taking upside down orders. I'm gonna roll my windows up so y'all can hear me. I got a microphone too. I have not even used it yet. But anyway, so you gotta cherry pick. Like my numbers, I'm at 60%, and that's low for me. I know that's really high for a lot of people out there. They be bragging about 5%, 4%, you know. But it is what it is, you know, because you gotta just make sure you're taking the better deal, the deals that make sense. So if the deal don't make sense, don't take it. But I got a question for you. What would you spend if somebody gave you $1 million? What would you spend it on? Actually, this is from Brewster's Millions. If y'all ever heard of that Richard Pryor movie, he had to spend like, I forgot the number of how much he had to spend within like a year, or it might be a couple of months. Long time. That movie was in the 80s, so I don't remember the details. But here's the thing. If they gave you $1 million and you had to spend it in less than a month, the whole million, or you had to give everything back, you had to walk away from everything you bought and go back to your normal life. If you do it successfully, you get to keep it all. If you don't, you gotta give it back. Now, trust me, it's really easy, right, to spend $1 million these days. But how would you spend that $1 million? And the objective, unspoken objective, will be for you to change your life forever and not make it worse, because they give you complete freedom. You can make your life better or worse, which means you can go buy a bunch of stuff that has a bill, and how you gonna pay for that stuff? So that wouldn't make too much sense. Like they caught a fool if you're doing that. So that's the one tip. It's gonna change your life, good or bad. So obviously you gotta try to do it. It's like a game where you gotta try to make sure you change your life for the better. This is how I would do it. Trying to not create any bills, and I gotta buy everything straight out. I wanna make a difference to where I can't go backwards, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on a trip somewhere so I can think. I'm gonna need to sleep for 3 days straight and get really rested up. So I'm gonna go on a trip somewhere, on a cruise or all inclusive, and I'm gonna just go in a sleep mode for a while, wake up super refreshed, looking at the ocean or somewhere, then I can think. Second thing I want to do is I want to create some money trees. I want to create some things that's going to keep paying me monthly. So you haven't heard me say I'm going to go buy a car yet. You haven't heard me say I'm going to buy a house. $1 million ain't a lot of money. So you got to go in understanding I can buy this car, and then what's gonna happen after the car is all beat up and gone, or you had an accident. I could buy this house, but now I got that property taxes to deal with every year, even after that $1 million gone, because you got to spend the whole $1 million in a whole just 1 month, or you can't keep nothing. So if you buy a house that's above your means, without thinking about what that property tax is going to be, that might not be the best move. So I am going to create, and I'm not necessarily going to create a business, because businesses fail. You don't know what you're doing. You might just set up something that's going to close in a year. So then where you gonna be at? Because that also gonna have monthly fees. So I'm gonna create some money trees. How do I create money trees? Definitely 50% in stocks, right? Like a very low risk S&P 500 type of an ETF. I'm gonna do something like that because I can borrow from it. It doesn't create a tax event. So it doesn't create a taxable event if I have that and borrow from it. So that's what I would do. And I know that that's not gonna create a monthly bill for me. So I would literally spend it on stocks. But after the month, I would still have those stocks. I could go sell them if I want. So I would do that move. Other money trees is they have these companies where you can do crowdfunding or you can lend that money out. I'm gonna lend it out. I'm gonna lend not a lot because that's high risk. Probably 10%. Because 10% of $1 million is 100K. And then I think you make anywhere from 4% to 8 to 12% on that money. Depends on the terms of whoever's borrowing the money on the other side. The best part of those things is I wouldn't be dealing with somebody direct. It'll be going through a company, and then they can handle that. And I believe they got to put up some stuff. They got to put up a house, or they got to put up something to where if they don't pay off the loan, you get the house, or however that case is.